It's the moment you've been waiting for. The Gatlinburg trolley system exposed. And the full story will be on back of this page. Hi guys, it's me with another Gatlinburg picture. I bet you're just like, not another picture of Gatlinburg and Vicky's family. But yes, you know what I do? I think, oh, they're digital pictures. I'll just erase and I'll just delete the ones I don't want. But for some reason, I feel like it is a cardinal sin to delete a photograph. Even the blurry ones. Listen, I scrapbook blurry photos. What's wrong with me? I don't know. I don't know. But I am a child of the 60s. Anyway, here's another one of my layouts. Let me share with you what I did here. As you'll see, it's on plain white cardstock as a background. Clouds in the sky, because there has to be clouds in the sky when you're in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. See how those clouds and the sun is shining through the clouds on the back of the paper. I'm going to show you how I did that. I did that using chalk. Now, the clouds that are popped up, I use the Fiskars small and large, circle punchy thing. Those are small and large. I popped them up. I layered them. That paper is from the Best of K & Company stack. Anyway, let me show you how I did that. I used this template. See the clouds there? You put it on your paper, then you take your chalk and you rub, rub, rub. Now you can use a tissue, you can use a cotton ball, you can use one of those like eye makeup applicators, but you just rub, rub, rub. You hit part of this and you just put it on your paper and move it here, 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 here. The name of this template is, hang on guys, I don't have my glasses on. It's called the Chalk Talk Template, and it's by Fairy Tale Creations. You can find them at Scrapbook Magic. Type it in just as it sounds. Scrapbookmagic.net. Anyway, it's very old. I saw that on scrapbooking on DIY several years ago. And I did see one other video of a lady that used that on one of her layouts here on YouTube. Now, my mountains of Tennessee, the paper also comes from the K & Company, Best of K & Company paper stack. And what I did is to wrinkle them up, I just smashed them, crumpled them up in my hands. I sprayed them down with a mister first so that they were wet. Then I laid them out to dry, and then I cut them out, free cut, freehand, just to make them look like mountains. I cut the edges with my Deco Edge scissors. Listen, they had spider webs on them, those Deco Edge scissors. And I used to use them for everything, but I pulled them out again, cut around my mountains. It kind of gave it a grassy, textured look to it. Maybe you can see. See? It looks better in person than it does here on film. I used a little bit of my Tim Holtz Ranger Inks vintage photo pad to ink the edges. I even took a little and brought into the mountains. See? I layered them one on top of the other. And then, if you've ever been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, you know you can't say Gatlinburg without there being a million stores. Nestled at the bottom of those good old naturally organic mountains are a million stores. That's what you see here. Now, how I did that is, once again, I went into my Gypsy and I did a search. I typed in house and houses, and any cartridge that I had that had a house, I pulled it up and tried to weld it together to make the string of houses. But here's something important I want to tell you guys. Do not ever trust that your Gypsy is going to find every die cut or item that you are searching for. When I typed in houses on my search feature on my Gypsy, some of my best houses on here didn't come up. If I did not remember that my gingerbread light cartridge had those cute little gingerbread houses, it wasn't showing on my search feature for the Gypsy. So if you're new to having a Gypsy, which I doubt you are, I think I'm the last person on earth to bought a Gypsy, but do not rely that your search feature is going to find every item you may be looking for. Keep your little Cricut booklets next to you. Keep them somewhere you can easily access them and check for yourself if you're looking for something important to add to one of your layouts. Anyway, I ran the houses along the edge to simulate shops. There's once again a picture of the trolley. My husband acting silly on the trolley. And my son, and you remember Heather. I matted our pictures on black cardstock. That picture of my husband and I was actually a 5x7. I cut it down to about a 5x5. This is a 4x6 of Eric and Heather. I ran a green border along the bottom. Just sometimes, and again, most of you probably know this, but when I first started scrapbooking, I did not notice this. Sometimes you'll look at your layout and it just doesn't look right. You'll think something looks off. And if your pictures or your embellishments are floating around, that could be the entire problem. Anyway, I think that just about says everything. You see my little stickers there are those black lettering, but it's on a clear sticker background. That particular font is from Mrs. Grossheim's fonts, as is the exposed. And that little cloud sticker there is from, guys, I can't remember. But you know what? If you have a cloud punch or a cloud stamp, that's pretty easy to copy there. Just give it some tails. The reason I call this the Gatlinburg Trolley System Exposed Full Story on Back, when we were in Gatlinburg, everybody said, oh gosh, you never have to walk anywhere. There's trolleys. They'll take you from one end of town to the other. It's only a quarter, 50 cents. I have a bad back. So I thought, oh, that's great. Now, I don't mind walking, you know, but there comes a point when I just can't walk no more. Or else I'd have to be on like an IV drip of pain medicine or something. So I thought, oh, that's great. I can always hop that trolley. Well, let me tell you, they do have a million trolleys. You just can't ever find one when you need it. So, on the back of this layout, I typed up kind of a tongue-in-cheek editorial by myself about the mystery of the trolley. And I think I'm going to start doing this more often. Just putting my spin, my personal spin on these layouts. I do these layouts so that, God forbid, one day when I'm not here anymore, that my grandsons can look through these scrapbooks and see what kind of life we had and what kind of people we were. I was very young when my grandmother passed away. I was fortunate enough that I knew my great-grandma. She did not pass until after my grandma. But I'll tell you what, I love hearing the stories about her, and I love passing on the stories about her. And I always do my own handwriting most of the time, somewhere on every page I do. It's not that I'm crazy about my handwriting, not at all. I hate it. But I remember, how special it is when I find something, or one of the family members give me something that my grandmother, my great-grandmother, or my mother hand wrote. To see their handwriting and to have things with their handwriting on it is just very, very special to me. And I worship that. And, listen, I got all boys. They probably could care less, but maybe they'll marry a girl that does care about that handwriting and explain to them how important that is. Who knows? Maybe they do care. Maybe they just don't act like it. Okay, guys. Enough of me rambling. If you have any questions about this layout, please let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Talk to you soon.